Hello friends, and let us welcome you to Life Story, a channel where we tell stories from the lives of ordinary people and wish you a pleasant listening. Here's a touching story we'd like to share with you. A very nice woman once told it to us. It happened to her about 10 years ago, but she remembers it perfectly well. She had moved to a small town from a big city. She wanted to change her life and be surrounded by other people. Everything was new to her. Once, she was walking down the street and saw a little boy next to a few trash cans. He looked thin and neglected. He was just sitting there and crying. People passed by him and no one paid him any attention. He looked for maybe 5, but not more. She thought it was absolutely abnormal for him to be on the street like that. She stopped to find out what happened. A few elderly ladies were sitting on a porch nearby, and she asked them if they knew the boy. They said it was the janitor's son. His mother had been a committed alcoholic for a long time, and he was often alone like that. Sometimes he couldn't even get into his own house. She sat on the pavement next to the boy and asked him if something was wrong. The boy cried and said he was hungry. His mum had been asleep for 2 days, and he tried waking her up, but she wouldn't. He cried harder. The woman was horrified, but she didn't show it. And after a bit of thinking, she asked, "Peter, did your mum get up at all today?" "No, she didn't. And at night she didn't either," said the boy. The woman realised that something was terribly wrong with the woman and she needed to call for help. But she decided to first get the boy some food. She went to the nearest store and got some bread, bologna and milk. Peter was still there when she got back. He inhaled the food and it brought tears to the woman's eyes. "Now let's go and wake your mum and give her some food too," said the woman, trying to keep calm. Peter took her by the hand and led her to the house. The door was unlocked. His mother was there, lying in bed, face to the wall. The woman touched her hand and it was ice cold, just as she'd thought. She called the police and an ambulance. The doctor said it had been a heart failure, maybe about 2 days ago. A clean, painless death in sleep. Peter was taken to the orphanage. For a few days, the woman could hardly eat or sleep, kept thinking about the boy. Why wouldn't anybody notice him on the street? Why didn't anybody check on his mother? After a few days, she made a decision and went on to adopt Peter. She wasn't planning on having a kid in the nearest future, but couldn't just stay away. Maybe that was a sign from above, and maybe they were brought together for a purpose. It didn't really matter. Now it's been 10 years. Her son is starting high school and he's an honour student. He's already looking into going to college and he's very serious about his studies. He wants to be a doctor so that he can save people. Friends, stories like this make the world a better place and bring smiles to our faces. We'd like to think they make you feel warm as well. Share your opinions below. How do you like this story's finale, friends? Not what you expected, right? Thanks for listening. Leave comments and likes and subscribe to our channel.